Hi guys, it's Megan here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today we're going to do an intermediate advanced reformer Pilates class. We are going to use our box, and then also weights are optional. So I like to use weights in some workouts, but they're completely optional. You don't have to use them. And all levels are welcome to do this reformer exercise. So let's get started. I'm going to have 3 heavy springs, so 3 red springs for me. We're going to start with some footwork. Make sure your bar is all the way up. You can put your headrest up for this. So we're going to go ahead and lay down. So 3 heavy springs, laying onto our backs. We're going to start with heels apart, heels together, toes apart. So Pilates V, first position. Balls of the feet onto the foot bar. Your heels are pressing together, and we're going to activate those inner thighs. So we're going to take a deep inhale here, and exhale as you push through those feet, extending that carriage all the way out, zipping up through those inner thighs, and then back in. So you want to keep that nice neutral spine, which is like the natural curve of our spine. So you have a little gap in the small of your back from that reformer. So about a little grape size, you can stick a grape between there. Good, inhale, exhale. Really focusing in on our breath, focusing on those inner thighs, warming up the body. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one. Coming halfway, keep your heels there and just pulse it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press all the way out, bend the knees and bring it in. Good, stay there. Now you're just gonna make your feet parallel. So we're gonna still have our legs together, and we're gonna be on the balls of our feet, heels lifted, and pressing that carriage out and in. So really think about squeezing your legs together here and keeping those heels lifted. Good. Keep going. Try to keep your weight in the center of your feet. You don't want to roll out on the side or on the inside. So you're really focusing where we're putting our weight. For 4, keep those heels lifted. 3, 2, last one, coming halfway, keep the heels lifted, and little inch pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press all the way out and bring it on in. Staying there, you're just going to walk your heels on the bar, still squeezing those legs together. And now you want to keep your feet flat as if they're up against a wall. So you want to keep your feet up nice and flat. Press through those heels, extend that carriage, engaging those glutes and hamstrings here, and coming on in. Good. So same thing here, guys. Really try to keep your weight in the center. Still squeezing those legs. We're not just going through the motion. We're really focusing on every muscle that we're working. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, come in halfway, keep those your feet flat and just pulsing it out. Little inch pulses for 5, 4, 3, squeeze those legs, 2, and 1. Press all the way out and come on in. Good. So now let's walk our feet out into a wide second. Still heels on the bar, but they're at the edge of our foot bar. And our knees are kind of coming out to the diagonal of the room. And we're just going to press through those heels all the way up, squeezing those glutes and coming on in. So heels on the bar is really activating our glutes and hamstrings. So really think about pushing into that bar coming in as much as you push into it to push out. So you have full control of the movement, the springs hamstrings aren't bringing you in. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, coming halfway and just little inch pulses again. For 5, really move that carriage. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press all the way out and bring it on in. Good, stay there. Now you're just gonna walk your heels back onto the bar, and now they're about hip distance apart. So heels on the bar, hip distance apart. We're not having our legs together. Go ahead and drop your headrest. So you want your headrest flat here. We're gonna do some bridge work. So headrest flat, heels on the bar. And now you're gonna press those heels into the bar as you lift those hips up, keeping the chest soft, squeezing those glutes, and then slowly rolling down. So we're just gonna articulate the spine for a couple, so squeeze those glutes, pick up that spine, one vertebrae at a time, still stay soft in the chest. I'm guilty of this, I always wanna arch my chest. We're really just lifting up through those hips, squeezing those glutes, and then back down. Good. Now this one, we're just gonna go straight up, straight down, so no articulation. So just think about bringing those knees up, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, and down. Good. For 4, 3, 2, last one. You're gonna stay up high in that bridge, relax that chest, and we're just gonna go into a bridge march. So right leg up, left leg up. So we're just bringing one leg up at a time to a nice little tabletop. But really focus here, trying to keep the pelvis as still as possible. We're not rocking back and forth. Keeping everything as still. We're just lifting that leg up and then bringing it down. Still squeezing and engaging in those hamstrings. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep your right leg up, your left heel's on the foot bar, and you're just gonna pulse on that left heel. Up, up, squeeze those glutes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot down, stay high in that bridge. Left leg comes up, pulsing on that right heel. Up, 5, squeeze those glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both heels down and slowly come on down. Good. So let's slowly come on up. We're gonna stay down there. We're just gonna take a spring off. So I took one spring off, so I have 2 heavy springs. I'm gonna come back onto my back, and now we're just gonna do a little single leg work. So I'm gonna work with my left leg first. I'm gonna bring my right leg to tabletop, and I'm gonna have my left ball of the foot on the foot bar, right leg to tabletop. And I'm just gonna press the ball of the foot, bring it out and in. So you wanna make sure your left foot is right under your hip. Make sure you have a good grip onto that foot bar with the ball of your foot. Make sure you feel comfortable. And our right leg is just along for the ride right now. Left leg's doing the work. We're gonna add on to this. And 3, and 2, and 1. So now right leg is going to extend over that foot bar into a nice bicycle as I bring in our left knee in and then back to tabletop. This is tabletop. Don't come too far out. Think about right above your hip. Out and in. Stay lifted in that left heel. So find your high heel. For 3. We're going to add on. And 2. And 1. You're going to bring it in. Now right leg comes up to the ceiling. And now you're going to keep it straight as you lower and lift. So left leg's doing the same thing. Pressing that carriage in and out. Keeping that heel lifted. And our right leg is straight leg, lower and lift. And 3. And 2, and 1. Last one, push out. Keep that heel lifted. Everything's extended out. Our right leg now is going to just do a nice little hip circle. So you can take these as big or as little as your hip allows you to. Finding that hip mobility. And 2. And 1. Same thing, just reverse the direction. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on in. Whew. Good, guys. Hopefully you're warm, because I'm definitely warm. So we're going to go right into our right leg. So right foot, ball of the foot on the foot bar. My heel's lifted. My left leg comes to tabletop. And I'm just going to keep my left leg for the ride right now. And I'm just going to press out with my right, in and out. Keeping my right heel lifted, and I'm pressing through the ball of my foot. Getting full extension all the way out and in. If you want to keep that nice and neutral spine still. If you want, you can bring your headrest up. We're not doing any more bridge work, so I'm just going to keep mine down for 2. And 1. Now let's go ahead and bicycle. So same thing, we're just going to extend that left leg out and then back to tabletop. Still working into the right leg. Still have my heel lifted for 3, for 2, and 1. Push out, reach that left leg up to the ceiling. Right leg still doing the same thing, pushing in and out. And left leg is just straight, lower, and lifting. So I'm touching the foot bar and then back up. For 4, 3, 2, and last one. Press all the way out. Stay out there, and we're just going to do those nice little hip circles. So it's circling that left leg. You're staying out, pushing that carriage out, still leg extension. Keeping my right heel lifted. Circling my left leg, 2, and 1. Reversing the direction. Try to keep your hips as steady as possible for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on in. Woo! I definitely feel that. Good, guys. So let's slowly come on up from here. And now I'm going to take a red spring off. So I have 1 heavy spring. I'm actually going to add a light spring. This is more for my advanced students or whatever. I would do 1 red, 1 blue. That's if you're advanced and you're feeling comfortable on the reformer. If you're more beginner, just keep that 1 heavy spring. That will definitely be enough for you. I'm gonna bring my headrest up. I'm gonna come back onto my back. We're just gonna do some mid-back series. So from here, you're gonna reach back and find your straps. I'm gonna have my short straps in hand. I'm gonna wiggle my shoulders a little away from my shoulder blocks just so I can move here. From here, legs to tabletop, and we're just gonna keep our legs at tabletop here, and we're just gonna lower and lift our arms. So they start right above your shoulders, and you're pulling all the way down towards your waist and up. So this is mid-back series. So this is a great exercise for strengthening our back. This also can turn into a core exercise, which we will add on. You're just gonna focus on lower and lifting the arms. So if this is good for you, stay here. If you want a little bit more challenge, we're gonna go ahead and lift our head, neck, and shoulders up into a nice little ab crunch and then back down. So that's why I said wiggle your shoulders away from your shoulder blocks so you can move. Good. So this is good enough for you. Stay here. If you want to add on, we're going to extend everything out and then back up. So everything comes up and extend those legs, and then everything comes down. And 5, and 4, 3, 2, last one. If you're with me, you're going to stay up. Keep those legs extended, and you're just going to lower and lift those legs. So they're going to tap the foot bar and come up to the ceiling. Doing all this with the core for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees and come on in. Good, guys. From here, we're just going to find little T-Rex arms. So down towards our waist, you're going to keep your elbow bent, legs to tabletop. We're going to do some tricep, but from here, you don't want your arms resting on your carriage. You're hovering. So you're just bending at that elbow joint and bringing it in. So wrist comes right above elbow. You're not all the way over here. So think about stopping there and pushing down. Keep the elbows hovered. They're not resting. Focus on the breath. And just like the other one, we will add on. So this is enough for you. Stay here. But if you want a little bit more challenge, you're going to bring your head, neck, and shoulders up, but we're going to stay in flexion here. We're not going to bring the head up and down. So I'm going to keep it lifted. Really think about pulling your head over your shoulders. That will help keep the strain out of your neck. And then we're going to add on to this. We're going to go into a little coordination. So if you're with me, you're going to extend your legs out as you pull your arms down. You're going to open, close real quick, bend the knees, bend the elbows. So everything extends. Open, close, bend the knees, and then elbows. Good. So it's a little coordination, so you really got to focus on what you're doing. If it's too much for you, you can just continue with the arms. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Come on down and shake it off. Great. Not done here. From here, you're gonna find a T with your arms. We're gonna bring those legs to tabletop, and it's a T, like almost like a bird. You wanna keep a slight bend in your elbows. Your arms are not gonna be fully extended. And you wanna make sure your arms stay in your peripheral vision. So legs to tabletop, and you're bringing your arms down towards your waist and then back up. So it's almost like a bird flapping its wings. Good. So like I said, slight bend in the elbows and the arms stop at shoulder level. You don't want to bring them up too high. So you want to make sure you can see your arms, your peripheral vision the entire time. And same thing here. If you want to go with me, let's add on. We're going to lift our head, neck, and shoulders up. And we're going to keep it up in flexion as we flap our wings. And then, this is enough for you to stay. If you want to add on, we're going to extend one leg at a time as we bring our arms down towards our waist. Still staying really controlled. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on in. Good job, guys. Almost done with this variation. Last one here. You're going to bring your arms up to a V. So think about above your head, a nice V shape. They're not straight up. They're out to the sides of the corner of the room. Legs back to tabletop. And we're just going to bring them down towards your waist and then up back to that V shape. So the arms stay nice and straight here. And they're just coming to that V and then back down towards our waist. So, same thing here. This is enough for you. Stay here. If you want to add on, let's bring our head, neck, and shoulders up and down. So we're going to come into a nice little ab crunch and then back down. If you like, you can keep your head up. This is definitely super challenging if you're going to keep your head, neck, and shoulders up the entire time. Good. Keep breathing. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all in. Whew. I felt those. Good job, guys. Let's go ahead and put our straps down. And we're going to come on up. And now we're going to do a little transition. Let me turn the light back on. 1 second. Good. So now, if you added that light blue spring, take it off. off. So you just want one heavy spring. So one red spring is all you need for this exercise. Just gonna wipe myself down because I'm sweating. And then we're gonna come on up and we're gonna be kneeling facing the back of our reformers. And you're gonna grab your straps. So I'm gonna come back where my feet are hanging off of my carriage. So my feet are kind of hooked at that edge of the carriage. I'm gonna keep my short straps in hand. If you have the option, short or long. For me, I'm gonna go short. We're gonna sit up tall, and we're just gonna bring our arms all the way back, and then we're gonna stop right at our waist. Back, and then waist. So really think about pulling the shoulders away from your ears. You don't wanna hike them up. Pull them down. Engage the core. Really strong core here. That's our stabilizer. And then pulling back. And then releasing back to our waist. You're not releasing up here. No momentum. This is starting position, and that's ending position. Good. So take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. For 5. 4, 3, 2, and last one, come on in. Good. From here, we're going to go ahead, keep the short straps in hand, and now we're just gonna pull out to a T and back in front. Out, and then slowly release that carriage home. Good. So you have full control of it. Don't let your springs bring you home. Try to keep your arms up into that nice T, nice shoulder height. For 5, 4, strong core. 3, 2, and 1. Come on in. Good. From here, you're going to crisscross your straps. So make sure there's an X in front of you. Short straps in hand. You're going to pull your straps now, and now you're going to have your arms glued to your side. We're going to hit our rotator cuff. So we're going to go into an external rotation and then back. So I'm really squeezing my elbows into the sides of my body. Think about gluing them there, and then you're just, thumbs are up, and you're just getting that nice external rotation of the rotator cuff, hitting all 3 deltoids. Keep a nice long neutral spine, engaging that core. Good job, guys. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stay there. Now you're just going to choke up onto your straps. We're still having them crossed in front of us. I'm just choking up onto the rope now. It's just so I can get more range of motion. From here, we're going to go into a high elbow row. So we're going to switch arms. So I'm going to bring my arms up. I'm going to pull my right arm back to a high elbow, and I'm going to look back towards that back wall, and then slowly release to starting position. Other side. Same thing. So you really want to keep a really strong core here, guys. That's your stabilizer. It's just so we don't go head first into that well. So really strong core, and then really working into those back muscles, shoulders. A lot of muscles working here. A lot of focus. Working also into the obliques, getting that nice rotation of the spine. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on in and come on down. Good. So we're just going to put our straps down really quick. We're going to stay on this back side. going to grab my towel because we're actually going to lay back onto our backs, but we're going to face the back of our reformer. So I'm going to keep that one heavy red spring, and I'm going to come down and sit on my reformer, but I'm going to face the back wall now. And from here, I'm going to grab my long straps, and I'm going to place them right above my elbows. I'm going to bring my feet onto my reformer, and you kind of want your butt closest to your shoulder blocks here, okay? And we're going to use our arms into our straps here, and we're going to slowly roll on down. You want your back to meet the reformer. So your shoulders are kind of off the reformer, and you want your body onto the reformer here. We're going to bring our legs to tabletop, and from here we're going to go into a nice single leg stretch. So we're going to extend our arms overhead and reach our right leg long and back in. So think about really extending through that spine, reaching opposite leg and arms towards the opposite sides of the wall. And then coming back to center. Good, guys. So this is definitely more of an advanced move, I know, but try it. If the red spring's a little heavy for you, you can always go down to a lighter spring. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a quick little breather here, and now we're going to go right into double leg stretch. So same thing, we're just going to extend both legs out with our arms. So nice little ball. Take the tension out of your neck and shoulders. Take a deep breath, and now we're going to extend everything out, circle the arms around, and grab the shins. Everything extends and circle and grab. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, come on in. Good, so let's slowly kind of roll on up. We're gonna stay back here. Now we're just gonna switch our straps onto our legs. So walk your straps up, and you're gonna put them over your thighs, legs, sorry, and they're gonna come right above your knees. Good, so let's lay onto our backs, and now you're gonna walk your butt all the way down and make sure it's touching the footrest. Sorry, the shoulder blocks. We're gonna bring our hands to behind our head, and we're just gonna extend both legs out and pull. So extending out and then pulling back. So our knees are coming in and out, our head's not doing anything. We're just supporting our hands and our neck behind our head. So extending one leg out, both legs out and in. So feel those core muscles working hard. Good. And you have full control of this too. So make sure your carriage is moving nice and smoothly. You're not jerking it and hitting that stopper too fast. For 4, 3, keep your collarbones broad, 2, and 1. We're going to add on. So now we're going to bring opposite leg, opposite armpit, and extend. So a nice little bicycle crunch. Slow and steady. Good, guys. Almost there. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stay there and just push your knee in towards your chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, just pulsing it in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and and one, bring it on in. Whew. Good job. Let's slowly come out of these straps. And you're gonna come on up off of your carriage. So, putting our straps down and putting them back onto the little bar. And we're gonna switch forward now. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna keep that red heavy spring. I'm gonna be onto my knees, and now I'm going to grab both straps in my hands. So if you have the option here, I have the short straps. And from here, you can keep sitting back onto your heels, or you can come up kneeling. So depending where you are, you wanna make sure your feet are up against those shoulder blocks, especially if you're gonna come up kneeling. And from here, we're just gonna go into a nice little hug a tree. So our arms are gonna come up into a nice beach ball and out. So super strong core here. Think about kind of pushing those hips forward a little. And you wanna keep that nice beach ball in front. Nice round in the elbows. Make sure your arms stay in their peripheral vision so you're not coming all the way back here. They start here and around. Good. If the short straps are a little heavy, you can move to those long straps, which I might have to do. So let's just finish this, and I'm going to go to those long straps in 3, in 2, and 1, come on down. Good. So I'm actually going to switch to those long straps. The short straps are feeling a little heavy, and I feel like I wasn't getting the right form, or, so you don't want to go too hard or heavy if you're not getting that form. Always scale down. There's nothing wrong with that. Come on up, and from here we're going to serve the platter straight forward and down. So my arms are just going to go out in front, and they come right back down towards my sides, keeping my core really engaged. Good. So really working into the chest and our front deltoids here. For 3, 2, and 1. Stay there. You're going to open out to a T, back to center, and down. So we're just adding that nice little opening, but doing the same movement. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Whew, I feel those. Good job, guys. From here, so now I'm actually going to go back to the shorter strap here because our arms are going to stay behind us. So we're going to do a little bicep curl. So feet are up against the shoulder block. I'm going to sit back towards my heels, but hinge forward. Core is definitely engaged here, guys. From here, my arms are going to stay back, my elbows like this. And I'm just going to bend the elbow and in. So you can see my arms aren't moving. Keep the bent elbow behind you, and you're just going to bend and extend. Really hitting those triceps. Position yourself where you feel very comfortable and steady. Really strong core here. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Awesome job, guys. Last one here. I'm going to stay seated back onto my heels. I still have my short straps. I'm going to bring my arms up and around. So now that we come behind my head, I'm going to keep my elbows narrow, almost close to my ears as possible. Hinging forward, and I'm just going to bend the elbow and down. So I'm hitting those triceps. So the elbows just come straight down and up. I'm keeping my arms very narrow, almost pressed against my head. Strong core. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and and one, come on down and slowly come out of that. Good. Go ahead and put your straps down. And let's come on up. So, I'm going to move my towel. And now I'm going to place my bar down. I have it on the first one. You don't want it fully down. You want to have that little gap between your platform and your foot bar. Go ahead, if you're going to use weights, grab your weights. If not, totally fine. And I'm still on that heavy spring. So I'm going to step on my platform first and then get onto my reformer. So always step on your platform first, never reformer first. Good, from here. So one heavy spring only. I'm going to pivot my toes in. So think about your toes coming in, almost like a pigeon toe. Good. And I'm going to push my reformer out as I bring my arms up to a lateral extension and in. My head might be cutting off frame, but my head's not really doing anything. You just need to mostly see my body. So press out. Full extension, bring those arms out to a T and in. You don't have to use weights here. This can be totally optional. No weights, I would still do the arm motion though. The reason why I choose weights is because A, I've been doing Pilates for a long time, so I feel comfortable on the reformer, but B, because it really gives you an extra challenge. So I'm also working into my shoulders as I am working into my hip abductors. So you want to feel that nice tension right on the outer side of your thighs. Slowly bring that carriage in. We're going to add on to this. So we're going to go into a more advanced move here into last one. You're going to push out. Keep everything extended. You're going to hinge forward to a nice flat back. You're going to pick those flowers off of the floor and bring it on in and smell them. And then out. Hinge forward, flat back, pick those flowers and bring them on in. So you're going to push out. So when you hinge forward, you're going to feel those glutes and hamstrings activate, and then keep those legs straight as you reach down. So you really feel that hamstring stretch and that back stretch, and you bring it on in. Good. Let's go for a 3. 2. And last one. Good. Now I'm going to square my feet off so my toes are pointing forward. I'm going to place all my weight into my platform leg. So this is where my weight is. It's not center. Push it into your platform leg. Left leg is now straight. We're going to go into skating. So I'm going to extend my left leg out and bring it in. So I'm staying bent in my right leg, my right platform leg. And my carriage leg, you can see, is extending out and bending in. My body is staying still, and I'm just using my weight, bringing it into a nice tricep extension. I'm keeping all my weight in my right leg, sitting back into that hill. So my working leg really is my right leg, that platform leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, bring it on in. Good, guys. From here, we're going to switch our weight now. So now why have you kept your foot bar on the level 1 is because now you're going to put your right foot that was on the platform, the ball of the foot onto your foot bar. And now your left foot is on the platform, the reformer, and we're facing the back of the reformer here. So we're going to go into a nice little lunges. This is definitely another advanced move. If you're not comfortable here, keep your foot on the platform. We're going to push out, all the way down, and up. So you can see my knee stays right over my ankle. And I press through that left heel to bring me back. Getting as low as I can. Really working into those glutes. For 4. And I'm adding a shoulder press. 3. 2. Last one, I'm going to Everyone bend it in and come on in. Good. Let's go ahead, slowly come down from there, and we're just gonna switch onto the other side. So I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna pivot my toes in, and from here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna extend out and in. But now if you have the weights, I'm gonna do a little bicep curl. So I'm gonna bicep curl in and out. So you wanna find that nice sweet spot on the outer thighs, outer glutes, hitting those hip abductors. And I'm just adding a bicep curl with the arms. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stay out there. Now we're going to go into that pick a flower. So let's bring our arms out to that T. Hinge forward. Go down and pick your flowers. Come on in and smell them. Back out to that T. Hinge forward into a flat back. And then pick those flowers and come on in. Good. Let's go for 3. 2. And last one. Come on in. Good. Square your feet off. Put all your weight into that left leg. So left leg onto that platform. That's our working leg. Keeping our right foot onto the reformer. Just going to go into that skating motion. So as you can see, I'm sitting back into my left heel, my platform leg. And I'm staying bent in that knee. My right leg, which is the reformer leg, carriage leg, that's pushing the reformer in and out, the carriage. All my weight is into this left leg. I'm just adding the tricep extension. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, come on in. Good, same thing, we're gonna rotate, foot onto the carriage, left foot comes onto the foot bar, and then from here, let's go back into a shoulder press, into that nice lunge, and up. So you wanna keep your knee above your ankle, even into that lunge. And you're just going straight down. Really working into those glutes and really press into that right heel to lift you back up. For 4, 3, 2, and last one, stay down, extend that leg in and out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, don't pass your knee, and 1, come on up. Whew. And slowly come on down. Good job, guys. So let's go ahead and put our weights down. I'm trying to stay on track here. And let's find that short box. So I really want to try to keep this exercise a 55-minute exercise. So let's kind of put some speed and move into this. So short box and add a few springs. I'm just adding a couple heavy springs. We're not going to move the carriage. It's just so the carriage doesn't move. Good. From there, grabbing. I'm going to be on my left side first. So I have my left leg over the box, and I have my right foot into that strap. You want your hips square towards the camera. And then when you're ready, let's bring our hands behind your head. And you're going to place your body weight all the way into that well. And you're going to let your foot catch into that strap. And you're going to come into that well and up. So now we're doing side bends, getting into those obliques. Good. This is definitely another dance move or intermediate. This is too much. You can place your hand onto that foot headrest and just come on up like this. Let's go for 5. and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Shake it off. Bring your shoulders and square them off to the ground. And just get that nice little stretch. And let's come on up. And we're going to move right into the other side. So same thing. Now my back will be towards you guys. I have my right foot over the shoulder block. Over the foot box. And I have my foot in that strap. And when I'm ready, I'm going to bring my hands behind my head. And I'm going to let my foot catch into the strap. I'm just trying to position myself here. And I'm going to put all my weight into that well and up. Think about pulling your shoulders back. Reaching the crown of the head long. Really working into those obliques. Stay strong. Focus on that breath. Exhale up. Inhale down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Stay in that diagonal. Reach the arms up and down. Overhead and back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down and square your shoulders off towards the floor. Whew, that definitely brings the heart rate up too. And let's come on down. Good job, guys. So just a little short box variation. Just want to hit those obliques. Not too much. We can put our box down. And then let's bring our foot bars all the way up. And then let's find, so one heavy spring and one light spring. So I have one red, one blue, and we're gonna go ahead and lay onto our back. So we're officially in cool down mode. So let's lay down onto our backs, finding our short straps, our straps, and we're gonna put our feet into the long straps. So one foot and then the other. Good, press the carriage out. And from here, we're just gonna bend our knees to chest and then through those heels. Flex the feet in, point the toes out. Try to keep your ankles, right above your knees, just so the straps don't rub. Finding that neutral spine. Think about stopping at 90 degrees and then out. Good job, guys. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Now we're going to bring our legs straight up. Keep the legs nice and long, but keep that tailbone planted on that carriage. And then pull down. So you're getting that nice hamstring stretch. Feel the back of the legs really lengthen here. Good. Come up as high as you can, but just keep the tailbone heavy. Don't let it lift off that carriage. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, we're just going to go right into leg circles. So you can take these as wide as you like. As wide as your hip flexors will allow you. Hip mobility, we really have to keep these active because these will get really tight. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's reverse the direction. Same thing, we're just going to circle opposite direction and pull the legs down. So same thing here, guys. Keeping that tailbone heavy. We're not allowing it to lift off that carriage. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and drop your head rest. We're just going to do a few long spine. So this is how we're going to start. Legs extended, feet together. Keeping the feet together, you're going to hinge up towards the ceiling. Once you're there, you're going to use your core to lift you all the way up onto your thoracic spine. Let that carriage dog home. You're going to separate the feet just about hip distance apart. You're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time, keeping the legs still up in space until your bottom hits that carriage, and then pulling the legs straight. Feet together, hinge up. Use your core to bring you up all the way to that carriage docks home onto your thoracic spine, not your cervical spine, so not your neck. Separate the feet. Roll down. Keep the feet up in space until your bottom hits that carriage, and then pull the legs out. One more time, and then we're going to switch the direction of the way our feet will move. Rolling down and pull. Good. So now keep the legs, keep the feet separated. Hinge up. Come onto your thoracic spine, and then bring the feet together as you roll that spine down and pull. Separate. Hinge up. Roll up onto the spine. Feet together. Rolling back down and pull. Good job, guys. Take a quick little stretch here. Bring your legs into a diamond. Let your straps fall onto your chest. And just take a quick little breather. And let's slowly come on up. Good. Put your straps back onto the bar. And let's see what time it is. Good. So I think I kept this around 55 minutes. Let's just take a quick little stretch. I'm going to remove my heavy spring. So I just have one light spring. I'm going to come into, I'm going to have my right leg onto the reformer. So my right foot's up against the shoulder block. My left foot is onto the floor. I'm going to bring my hands onto the foot bar. First, I'm going to drop my right leg. So I'm extending my right leg behind me, feeling that thigh stretch, opening up those hips, and then I'm going to push into my floor leg as I extend that carriage all the way out into a nice split. And then I'm going to come on in, and let's switch sides. So same thing. Now my left foot is up against the shoulder block, knee down. Right foot's onto the floor. I'm going to press back with my left leg first. So you're going to see that my hip drops, feeling that nice thigh stretch, opening up those hips, push through those arms. And then when you're ready, extend that carriage out with that right foot into a nice little split. You can go as deep as you can. You should be really stretched out by now, so you'd be surprised how far you can get into these exercises or stretches. And then let's slowly come on up. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, that was about a 55-minute intermediate advanced reformer Pilates work. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, the weights were optional. You don't have to use them. If you like this class or this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my page. And every Tuesday and Thursday, you can look forward to a mat class. So tomorrow I'll be doing probably a cardio Pilates mat workout, 30 minutes. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And I'll see you later. Have a great one. Bye.